Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to yet another Destiny 2 video, and today I'm going to be showing you all of the secret exotic raid chest locations. Now of course this is on the Leviathan, and for those of you who don't know, there's actually an underground passageway that basically connects all of the bosses and encounters together within this raid. You have to go to this room right here just to activate the doorway to get into this passageway, and as you'll see there will be 6 levers. That was number 1 and 2, that's number 3, that is 4, this one right here is number 5, and this is number 6. As a fire team of at least 3 members, you're going to have to input this code 153246. You simply have to pull the levers in that order very quickly. I mean extremely quick. You have about a 2-second window for your entire fire team to pull these levers. Now again, you need at least 3 people or you will not be fast enough, and in this example right here I pulled 2 levers and we only had 5 people. If you do it fast enough, it will say the way is open, and then once that actually pops up on your screen, you want to follow the way that me and my team took, and I'll show you exactly where the entrance into the passageway lies. Now, to be completely honest with you guys, I will try my best to make this guide as in-depth as possible, but there's just going to be certain situations where you might be confused because this area is absolutely massive. Like, the sheer size of real estate in here is nuts. There's so many passageways and doors and things you have to trigger, and it almost feels like a strike or another raid inside here. So it's pretty nuts, but for the very first chest, what you want to do is follow my way. This is almost like the entrance, so you do not have to worry about anything in here. Everyone has already scoured in here and there's nothing here. So first thing you want to do is go up on this left hand side and go into this room with all these computers and turn on the lift. This will activate a fan and that will actually shoot you all the way up to the top, and that's where I guess the maze of doors and passageways finally begins. So for the very first chest, we're going to make our way over to the transfer area, and this is going to grant us the transfer chest. Make sure you have the corresponding key if you want all that awesome loot. Now all of these encounters are basically the same. You have to kill this robot called the Watcher, and there's going to be 3 to 5 of them in every single room. As a fire team, make sure to slay every single one of them very quickly in rapid succession, or else they will trigger their alarm system and ads will come out and you will not get the chest. You have to kill them all very quickly, and if you do so correctly, it will say the Watcher alarm sequence has been terminated. Then a door will open up and the chest will be right there sitting for you. This is going to happen in basically every single encounter. Now make your way back to the fan or the lift system and take the other passageway this time around. You'll get to the point where it says engine right underneath the radar, and this is actually the exact same thing. Go ahead, pop your supers, get your shotguns ready, and kill all of these Watchers very quickly in rapid succession. This room is very tricky because they're spread out all over the place, and it actually took my fire team about 4 attempts to coordinate and get it down correctly, but then this door will open up right here and the engine chest will be right there. As you can see, my fire team members got a ton of loot. They got exotics and legendaries, which was pretty damn awesome to see. For this next part, all you want to do is follow the path that I'm taking. I'm going to be speeding it up just so I can save you guys time and so that you can get back out there and play some Destiny 2. Well, anyways, one tip that I have for you and your fire team if you guys ever get lost in this area, because at first you are not going to know where the hell you're going. It is extremely large in here and it's very easy to get lost. Well, all you got to do is take a look under your radar and it's going to say which area of this passageway you're actually in, and that way you can kind of coordinate with your team. Fun fact, every single place that there's a name underneath the radar, there's actually a chest. So as you can see, we passed all of the fans, we disabled them, and we jumped up onto this ledge, and here is the Ventilator Chest. Now of course none of our fire team members had a ventilator key, but that is a-okay. There we go, that is the 3rd chest, and now we're gonna make our way over to the 4th. The next chest that we're going to take a look at is all the way past these fans and up the lift and through a hallway. It's a pretty long ways away, that's why I'm speeding up this gameplay. But anyways, deactivate the fans, make your way through that, and then you want to activate this 2nd lift. What you want to do is go through the lift, obviously. I mean, that's not really that good of an instruction. I'm pretty sure you guys can watch the video and figure that out, but follow this path right here. There's actually this red slide which is quite fun to go down, I will say that much. But go over here and there will be the pipeline area. Now this pipeline area will of course have the pipeline chest, and this in my opinion is probably the hardest out of all of them. You have to be extremely stealthy and sneaky, and you have to have good coordination with your team. There's about 4 of these watchers, and you have to make sure to kill them all at the exact same time. So as you can tell, I'm going for this bottom right one while there's a teammate on top of me going for the top right one, and there's 2 on the left hand side, one on the top and the bottom. We all called out when to kill our guy, and we all went in for the kill, and just like that we terminated their sequence, which is awesome. Now the door over here opens up, and here is the pipeline chest. Now, it just so happens that none of my team had this chest in particular, so we're just going to go ahead right into the next one. Now, do not leave this area if you're trying to find the next chest. You're going to want to go to the lowest floor and find this red room. It looks like you're in some sort of massive pipe. It should be very easy to spot. I mean, it's glowing red, and once you get to the end of it, take a left, and I'm going to go ahead and speed up this footage because this goes on for quite a while. It almost feels like you're just endlessly traveling, and then eventually you're going to get to this left hand side over here, and you're just going to want to follow the directions that I take. It's a little bit further than all the other chests, but it's well worth it of course if you do have a key for this one. So drop down all the way, and then you're also going to want to go up 1 floor, and the lever for the room is going to be right in front of you. Now this is another one of those rooms where you do have to kill all of the watchers. I believe there's 3 in this room, but there may be 4, I can't recall exactly. But one tip, as you can see, those lasers were pointing at us. Do not go when those lasers are pointed at you. When they're pointed away is when you can run in there and just absolutely kill them very quickly. And now that I'm looking on screen, there's 4 of them. So just to confirm, there are 4 in this room. And then of course, a door will open up, and this is the drain chest. For this specific chest, my teammates did have the key for it, and they got 2 exotics, which is pretty hype, and of course a ton of legendary engrams. At this point for the next chest, you're going to want to really track back and go all the way over to this room right here, and this is where we originally came up on the lift. Now instead of taking a left into the pipeline room, we're actually going to take a right into this doorway that's red, and there's a chalice on top of it, so I'm sure you guys won't miss it. Drop down and you will see purple light being emitted from this hallway, and that is of course the boss hallway for the final raid encounter. Instead, go straight across into this tunnel, and this is where we're going to actually find 2 more chest locations. It's quite the journey to get over there, so bear with me. I fast forwarded the footage here, but you're gonna have to go through a lot of these hallways and make your way over to another lever that opens a door. Now at first I thought this was going to kind of start another encounter, and we were going to have to fight those watchers again, but it was an empty room until I looked down. There was another fan or a lift, and there were watchers at the very bottom of it, so this one is quite challenging. Make sure you and your teammates are scaling floor by floor, and do not fall straight down to the bottom. If you do that, the watchers will surely get you, and your teammates will not be there for you to support you and kill all the other watchers, and that of course will trigger the alarm, and at that point you just simply won't get the door to unlock, and you won't get the chest. So make sure you do that as a team, fall down successfully, have a lot of cooperation and team callouts, and you should get it done. Right here we are very lucky in doing so, and yeah, we're gonna collect the chest in just a second. So I was lost here for quite a long time. I didn't really know where the door opened up, but my teammates found it over in this left hallway right here, and we're gonna go right to the end of it, and that is going to give us the Conduit Chest. Now at first I really didn't even think this existed. I never even knew somebody got something called the Conduit Chest, but when I got this one I was like, okay, there's a lot more chests than I initially thought, because at first I thought there was only going to be about 5 chests, but it turns out there's like 8 or 9 of them, which is kind of nuts. So that is that chest, and the next one is actually right beside it. Very, very convenient. So you go down this hallway right here, and you go into a very interesting little room, and this is of course I believe the irrigation room, and that's, you know, obviously going to give you the irrigation chest if you have the key. So go ahead and follow my path. You gotta kind of creep up in this attic and follow this pipeline, and then take a left right there where I was, and you're gonna drop down here, and there will be the chest sitting right here on the right hand side. Of course you're going to need the irrigation key for this one. This next chest had me and my fire team extremely confused, and even while I'm recording over this video, I don't really know if we have it right or not. So as you can see, we're on these pipes right now. We took a left-hand turn and we go to this area that doesn't seem to have too much in it, but this place is absolutely beautiful. The visuals, the aesthetics, everything about this place is just magnificent, and we thought we found an Easter egg because if you jump up in these flower pots, it says requires armor key. At the time, we thought this was an Easter egg, but it seems like now at the time of me recording this commentary that the Armory Chest does exist in a different part of this area. So I'm going to show you the relative path later on where you can get that chest. The final one is actually located close to the very beginning of this whole passageway. What you want to do is go over to this lift right here, and we're actually going to go over to the transfer area yet again. That was the first chest that I showed you guys, so make your way through there. I'm speeding up this footage here because it takes quite a long time to get there. Now once you pass the transfer area, you're going to get to a place called the Aqueduct area. Now you got to do a little bit of parkour here. You got to jump on top of this scaffolding and this pipe, and then you're going to want to take a U-turn and basically make a 180 into the doorway to my left. Now, the cool thing about this area is that I actually find more places as I explore further, which is really awesome. So it just kind of gives you a scale of how big this place really is. So keep going through this area, and then we're going to take a left here, and then we're actually going to be directly in the Aqueduct area, and then jump on top of this left platform here, and the chest is going to be right here. So pretty awesome. That is the 8th chest. Last but definitely not least, we have the Armory Chest. Now, unfortunately, I don't have footage of me walking directly up to the chest, but I promise you guys, it's not very difficult to go there once I give you these instructions. So we're in the exact same area. This is the transfer area. You want to make your way over here, and then the actual room that you have to go to is right over here on my left-hand side. I'm going to pause it right there, and as you can see, there are blades on top of the doorway. So what you want to do is go inside that room, take a left, and there's going to be like a conveyor belt. What you want to do is crouch walk all the way to the ending, and then take a left, and the chest will be right there. It's actually a very easy one to figure out. You're of course going to have to clear out one more mob of those specific watchers, and yeah, the room will open up and you'll get the chest. So that is all 9 of the secret chests in the raid area. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, a like rating would be very much appreciated. If you guys enjoyed and want to share it with your friends, that would also be very cool, and subscribe for more daily Destiny 2 content. Have yourselves a great day, and I'll see you all later. Peace.